Hey all, my name is Larry Bird and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to do another tradition. This one happens to be one that's from my wife's mother's family, but it's something that we do here in the Bird household every year for Christmas, and it's called butter cookies. All right, let's get cooking. So this is a very easy recipe, but there are a couple of tools that you really need to have in order to be successful with them. Number one is a mixer. This makes it so much easier to mix the dough together for the cookies. And you use the paddle attachment for the mixer, and I'll go through the process here in a minute. And the other thing that you really need to have is a cookie press. Now this one, I've had it for years. I went through several of these trying to find one that works. This one actually works pretty well. It's from a company called Wilton, Wilton. It's a manual one. You stuff the dough in there and you press it down. It comes with several dies that you use to make the different kinds of cookies, from spirals to, there's a Christmas tree one in here. There's a bunch of different die that you can use to put on the end of the cookie press in order for the shape of the cookies. Now, from an ingredient perspective, it's really very simple. It's 3 sticks of butter, 3/4 pound of butter, unsalted and at room temperature, 2 egg yolks that we'll add separately, 3/4 cup of sugar, and 3.5 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. Okay, let's start working putting it together. The first thing we'll do is we're going to put the butter in the bowl. I always keep a trash can open here handy where I can throw stuff like this away easily. So we're going to put the bowl on the mixer. Put the paddle attachment on there. And start off by creaming the butter. Since the butter's already at room temperature, this shouldn't take very long. Okay, now we're going to add the sugar. And we're going to cream the butter and the sugar together. Again, that is 3/4 cup of sugar. And start it back up again. Okay, now we're going to add the eggs one at a time, the egg yolks. And cream it again. Get that going. And just work it back in until it's combined. Okay, we add the second egg. And also use a spatula to scrape down the sides of the bowl. Okay, next we're going to add vanilla, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Just eyeball it, like I said, just a teaspoon. Get that all creamed together. Okay, now we're going to scrape down the sides again. And we're going to start adding our flour slowly. We're going to do this like a half cup or a cup at a time, and add it in slowly and keep it mixing so we get it all combined into the dough. And again, each time you add that extra flour, start this thing slowly or you'll have to cover your kitchen in flour. One other way you can do this, add the flour, nifty little trick, a handy dandy trick using a piece of parchment paper. Put your flour on the parchment paper. And then use the parchment paper to put the flour in the bowl. And just keep going until you get all your flour added. Now you're basically getting this combined and getting the flour all combined into the liquid ingredients until you have a nice dough formed. And you can stop it occasionally, again, like we did before, and scrape down the sides. Okay, that looks pretty good. The dough is basically pulled away from the sides of the bowl. Everything is combined, and now we can start thinking about pressing out cookies. So this is kind of what the dough looks like now. So you just got you just get it off the paddle, and there we go. Now we got cookie dough. Okay. Now we'll use this cookie dough in our press to press out the cookies in the shapes that we want. Okay, now we're going to start pressing out some cookies. These pans that I'm using, by the way, are from a company called USA Pans. These things are fantastic. The way they're ridged like this, they're very, very non-stick. That's why I love to use them for baking cookies, like I did for the sausage balls in the last recipe. So you don't have to use any parchment paper in this particular type of pan. So I'm going to put some spoon in some of the cookie dough. First of all, I have to bring it out. And we're just going to spoon the cookie dough into the press. Pick a die, and I think I'll start with Christmas trees. Put the die in the lid, screw it on, and now time to press. So you can push the plunger down until you start seeing it come out the end. Then it's just a matter of putting the press down. There we go, first cookie. And just keep doing this. You can get it to the point where it's just one press for one cookie. Spoon some more in, and just keep doing this until you got all your cookies pressed out. Star this time. First pan done. Now I'm going to go get the second pan and keep doing it. Okay, so now we got all the cookies pressed out. I got two of the full sheet pans and one of the smaller ones. I'll cook these two first. Again, 375 for about 10 minutes. I'll switch the pans around between the rack levels and rotate them 180 degrees halfway through. And so once these are done, I'll put them on the counter with some parchment paper to cool. So now I'm going to show you how to take these out. But you don't want to pour them out of the pan. If you do, they'll break up and turn into crumble. So the best thing to do is to use a plastic spatula to take them off and lay them down gently until they cool, and then they'll be less fragile. So just scoop them off, put them flat on and you see how nicely with this pan, they just slide right off. Pan's fantastic. Okay, there we go. There's our butter cookies. Nice and golden brown. They are going to be very fragile when they're cool, when they're hot. So let them cool for a good bit of time before you try to pack them away. Well, hope you all enjoyed that short video of how to make butter cookies. Again, it's a tradition in the Bird household at Christmas. I make them every year. And I said before, it comes from a recipe from my wife Joyce's mother's family. And it's very, very easy to make, as you see. And I hope maybe it'll be something that you guys will also make a tradition in your house. Thanks again for watching. And please click the like button. And if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/@LarryBirdKitchen. Thanks for watching. See you next time.